Hello, children. Welcome back. This is Dr. Mini Dhawan, and today I have brought CBSE Class 10th Political Science Chapter 7 Outcomes of Democracy. Outcome means the way a thing turns out, a consequence, a result. In this chapter, we will begin by thinking about how to assess the outcomes or the end results and the consequences of democracy. After this, we will proceed to look at the expected and actual outcomes, means what should have been and what actually is, meaning fact check of the democracy in various respects such as quality of government, economic well being, inequality, social differences, and conflicts. And finally, freedom and dignity of citizen. Now, democracy is better form of government when compared with dictatorship or any other alternative like monarchy, etc. There are many reasons why we call that democracy is better than any other form of the government. 1. It promotes equality among citizens. All the citizens residing in a country are equal. It promotes equality. Number 2, it enhances the dignity of the individual. Number 3, it also improves the quality of decision making as lot of discussions are there. So it also provides a method to resolve conflicts if they occur and allows room to correct mistakes made in past. Because every 5 years you have to choose government, so mistakes can be rectified. Now we face a dilemma. Democracy is seen to be a good in principle, but felt to be not so good in its practice. This dilemma invites us to think really hard about the outcomes of democracy, about the consequences of democracy. Our interest in democracy and fascination for democracy often push us into taking a position that democracy can address all socio-economic and political problems. Our expectations are very high, and if our expectations are not met, we start blaming democracy that this is not the right form of the government. The first step towards thinking carefully about the outcomes of democracy is to recognize that democracy is just a form of government. Democracy is not a magic wand, and it will not overnight do the changes. Now, the common practice in democratic countries are that they have a formal constitution. You know, every country has a constitution. They hold elections. They have political parties. They guarantee rights to the citizens of the country. So, while these features are common to most of them, these democracies are very much different from each other in terms of their social situations, their economic achievements, and their cultures. It is important to recognize that democracy is just a form of government. It is not going to change anything overnight. As I said earlier, it is not a magic wand. So we should not forget that it can only create conditions for achieving something. The citizens have to take advantage of those conditions and have to achieve those goals, and this is it. It's not a magic wand. We have to do our bit. Citizens have to do their bit. So now we say that democracy produces an accountable, responsive, and legitimate government. Now, here I may tell you that this is a very important question which normally comes for 3 marks. We just have to remember the meaning of these 3 words: accountable, responsive, and legitimate government. Now, we will just, match it with democracy. Now, the basic outcome of democracy should be that it should produce a government that is accountable to the citizens, means answerable to the citizen for its actions, for its act and conduct, and it should be responsive to the needs and expectations of the citizens. Law should be made in accordance to the needs of the people, what people demand for, what people seek for, what people ask for. So law should be made in accordance to the need of the people. Democracy is based on the idea of deliberations and negotiations, meaning thinking about details and reaching results that are acceptable to all parties involved, who are involved. In this case, the parties involved are citizen and the government. So we need a government which is accountable, means which is answerable, which is responsive, which responds to the need of the people, and which is a legitimate one. Legitimate one which has come from the right path. The democracy ensures that the people should have the right to choose their rulers and have control over the rulers. When possible and necessary, citizens should be able to participate in decision making in a democracy. Democracy ensures that decision making is based on the norms and procedures according to rules and regulations. A citizen has the right and the means to examine the process of decision making whenever they want. Democracy is known to have transparency. For example, in India, government has provided citizen with Right to Information Act, which empowers the people to find out how government is working. For a democracy to produce an accountable, responsive and legitimate government, it must ensure the following: regular, free and fair elections should be held. Open public debates on major policies and legislations are there. Citizens have right to be informed about government policies, what decision government is taking and why it is taking that. Transparency has to be there. A government free from corruption should be there. A government that is following all the norms and procedures in coming up and in ruling the country. So democratic government do not have very good record when it comes to the sharing information with the citizens. It may be reasonable to expect from democracy a government that is attentive to the needs and demands of the people and is largely free from corruption, but the record of democracy is not impressive on these two counts. There is one respect in which democratic government is certainly better than its alternatives. The democratic government is a legitimate government. It comes from the right way, right manner, following the rules and regulations, norms, procedures. So it is a legitimate government. People wish to be ruled by representatives elected by them. They also believe that democracy is suitable for the country. So the outcomes of democracy are that democracy must provide people the right to choose their rulers, and people will have control over them. When possible and necessary, citizens should be able to participate in the decision making when possible. It is right to expect democracy to produce a government that follows procedures and is accountable to the people and is answerable to the people. Democratic government develops a mechanism for citizens: regular, free and fair elections, open public debates on major policies and legislations, and citizens' right to information about the government and its functioning. Now, let us talk about the economic outcomes of democracy. First is economic growth and development. See, the inability of democracy to achieve higher economic development, it worries us. But this alone cannot be the reason to reject democracy. Economic development depends upon several other factors like population is there, global situation, cooperation from other countries, that is also very important. Economic policies of the government, so on and so forth. The difference in the rates of economic development between less developed countries, those who are having dictatorships and those who have democracies, is negligible. The following points show the relationship of democracy with economic growth and economic inequalities. Dictatorial regime has slightly better record of economic growth, but it is better to prefer democracy as it has several other positive things. Here I must tell you that democracy is not a guarantee of economic development. It is not a guarantee of economic development. Now, people, they prefer democracy at as it has many different things which are which are very positive. Here I must tell you that democracy जो है, that has a very high degree of inequalities that are present in the democracies. There is often inequality of opportunities which are available to the poorer section of the society, but we can expect democracy not to lag behind dictatorship in this respect, even if there are inequalities of opportunities. But if we will see dictatorship, that is like this government is better than dictatorship. When we find such significant differences in the rates of economic growth between countries under dictatorship and democracy, it is better to prefer democracy as it has many positive outcomes. So we can say that we prefer that. Now, reduction of inequality and poverty, this is also an economic outcome. Perhaps more than development, it is reasonable to expect democracies to reduce economic disparities, means economic differences. Democracy is based on the idea of political equality, means equal value of vote. But along with this, we can see economic inequality growing. A small number of ultra rich people, they enjoy a high disproportionate share of wealth and incomes, and their share in total income of the country is increasing. They are getting a greater piece of cake. If we see, on the other hand, the poor, the income of the poor is declining. Sometimes they find it difficult to meet their basic demands like such as food, clothing, house, education, and health. Though poor constitute a very large proportion of voters, yet the democratic governments are not keen to take up the question of poverty. So the situation is much worse in some other countries. In actual life democracies, they do not appear to be very successful in reducing economic inequalities or economic disparities. Now, accommodation of social diversity. So, this is a social outcome. See, no society can fully and permanently resolve conflicts among different groups residing there, but we can learn to respect these differences and we can evolve mechanism to negotiate the differences. We can learn that. And it will be fair expectation that democracy should produce a harmonious social life. Now, how democracies accommodate diversities? Democracies, they develop a procedure to conduct their competition which reduces tension among them. Ability to handle social differences, divisions, and conflicts is thus a definite plus point of democratic regimes. Two conditions necessary for a democracy to achieve harmonious society, they are: it is necessary that rule of majority does not become rule of majority community. See, there is a difference in the rule of majority and the rule of majority community in terms of religion, race, or linguistic groups. Of course, democracy means the rule of majority, but rule of majority does not means the majority community here. Fine. So democracy remains democracy as long as citizens have the chance of being in majority at some point of time. No individual should be debarred from participating in democracy on the basis of his religion, caste, community, creed, and other such factors. The social differences they are respected in democracies, and some mechanism is evolved to negotiate the differences, to catch up the differences. Now, certain conditions to achieve the outcomes of democracy. See, democracy is not the just, I have told you, it's not just the rule by majority, but also they have to take minority views. The majority always need to work with the minority. Democracy allows every citizen to be in majority at some point of time. Majority and minority opinions are not permanent. Democracy is not simply ruled by majority opinion. The majority needs to work with the minority so the government may function to represent the general view. Now we will understand how democracy is better form of government than the other forms. See, democracy is based on the idea of deliberations and negotiations. This I have told you earlier. So there is a necessary delay in implementation. When things are being discussed, when things are being negotiated, so there is less conflicts also. Decisions are acceptable to people and are more effective. A citizen has the right and the means to examine the process of decision making. There is a transparency. Now, we'll talk about this transparency a little later, but there is a transparency in the decision making part. Democratic government is legitimate government, people's own government. It has come through the process, the procedures, the norms. So there is inability of democracy to achieve higher economic growth, which is a cause of worry. Ability to handle differences, decisions, and conflicts is a positive point of democratic regimes. Democracy has strengthened the claims of disadvantaged groups and discriminated caste for equal status and equal opportunity. Now, next is dignity and freedom of citizen. Now, this is best guaranteed by the democracy, dignity and freedom of the citizen. People are free, they are citizens, and they have their dignity. Democracy stands much superior to any other form of government in promoting dignity and freedom of individual. Democracy respects all the individuals equally. They may be coming from any caste, any culture. The passion for respect and freedom are the basis of democracy. This has been achieved in various degrees in various democracies. Dignity of citizen. Dignity of women. Most societies across the world were historically male dominated societies. We have seen that in past. We have read French Revolution, and after that also we have seen in the times of Russian Revolution, we have seen that societies have been male dominated. Long struggles by women have created some sensitivity today, that respect and equal treatment of women are necessary ingredients of a democratic society. It becomes easier for women now to struggle against what is now unacceptable legally as well as morally. In a non democratic setup, this unacceptability would not have legal basis because the principle of individual freedom and dignity would not have the legal and moral force there. The one way to ensure that women related problems that we are facing today in our country, one way to sort it out was that to get educate proper attention, to have more women as elected representatives. To achieve this, it has been made a legal binding to have a fair proportion of women in elected bodies. Panchayati Raj system in India has reserved one-third seats in local government bodies for women. In March 2010, the Women Reservation Bill was passed in Rajya Sabha, ensuring 33% reservation of women in parliament and state legislative assemblies, means Vidhan Sabhas. The bill is still pending, it never went to Lok Sabha. So we can say that political will is not there. Now, democracy has strengthened the claims of disadvantaged and discriminated classes. Democracy in India, it has strengthened the claims of discriminated classes for equal status and equal opportunity. When government are formed, political party usually take care that representatives of different caste and tribes find a place in it. Some political parties are known to favor certain castes. Democracy, it provides for equal status and opportunity for all the caste. Caste-based inequalities are still practiced in our society, but it lacks legal and moral foundations. It is a recognition that makes ordinary citizens value their democratic rights. Democracy transforms people from the status of a citizen into that of a citizen. Here, subjects are being ruled. Subject is someone under the king, and they look up to the master. But citizen are they are equal. They have equal status. So, citizenship is the status of having the rights to participate in, to be represented in politics. So, people were transformed from the status of a subject into that of a citizen. A democracy ensures that people will have the right to choose their rulers and people will have control over the rulers. Expectations from democracy also functions as the criteria for judging. As people get some benefits of democracy, they ask for more and they want to make democracy even better. Now, most individuals today believe that their vote makes a difference to the way the government is run and their own self interest are. Most distinctive about democracy is that its examination it never gets over. As democracy passes one test, it produces it meets another test. As people get some benefits of democracy, they ask for more and want to make democracy even better. The fact that people are complaining is itself a testimony to the success of democracy, that people are well aware and are demanding for their rights. So this is really good. This shows people's awareness and ability to expect and look at power holders, high and mighty. It shows the transformation of people from the status of subject into that of citizen. The citizen believes that their votes makes a difference to the way the government is run and their own self-interest. A citizen has the right and the means to examine the process of decision making. It is the most important feature of democracy. There is a transparency in democracy, like India. In October 2005, the Right to Information Act (RTI) was passed, which ensured all its citizens the right to get all the information about the functions of the government departments. So now anybody can go and anybody can ask for information regarding the working of the government, and they can get updates. They are supposed to, they are bound to get updates. So with this, here our chapter comes to an end. Very soon I'll bring a new topic for you. Till we meet again, stay safe.